So the Destiny situation has definitely been one of the crazier dramas that we've covered recently, and today we found out that apparently Ethan Klein has decided to call him out and condemn him.
What did you think, bro? You're sending it to a random 19-year-old? Like, the chance that that gets leaked is pretty high.
Meanwhile, Dan Saltman, the co-host of Anything Else with Destiny, one of his longtime friends and someone who's helped him out with a lot of different content, is apparently sticking by him.
If Cherry's accusation holds water, will you cut ties? No, because there's things that have happened years ago. He knows he fucked up. If those things are true, I assume they are.
Which is, I mean, it's a decision he's making. He will get a lot of flack for it, but that's the decision that he's decided to make. Destiny, the liberal consent expert. So today, we're going to get into that and more in this episode of the Destiny Allegations Update. Short stream today. We're going to get right into it with the epic react content, okay? First of all, a little bit of an update here on the Eastern Front. We've gotten a tweet from Destiny. Now, for those of you who aren't on Twitter, you're probably somewhat blessed. But we did get a tweet from Destiny. He said, me getting ready for my return stream. And he's got the Dr. Disrespect outfit on right there. So very interesting response. The first thing he said on Twitter about any of this. So I don't really know what is even the terminology for this. It's like kind of want to say based, but also like he did something really bad. So like not based. I guess it is funny. Pardoned? Yeah, he's pardoned. Donald Trump has personally decided to pardon Destiny and Bo Blacks. That's what I heard. That is what I heard about what's going on here. With that being said, Ethan Klein has decided to call him out of all people, which is interesting because Ethan's been kind of allied with Destiny over the past little while here, right? They've kind of been in the same camp, you know, they've been united against Hassan. They haven't really been working together as far as I know, but they've kind of been allied publicly. And now it seems like that allyship is gone. That ship has sailed. And I know Ethan's planning a content nuke against Hassan pretty soon. So I'm assuming that's not going to go quite as he expected initially, but we're going to take a look at this and see what he had to say.
Although I'll say Hassan is having quite a week. He's doing a victory lap as Destiny, his arch nemesis, was like completely and fully canceled / exposed this month. He seemed like someone who could like sail through any cancellation because he's like edgy and he doesn't give a fuck and his fans don't give a fuck. But this was actually so bad that I don't think there's any coming back from it. And I think even his fans are like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm surprised how hard his fans are taking it against him. But I'm sure he'll sail through it.
Someone made a decent point about this on his subreddit. They were like, it's interesting to see how, because Destiny built such a, in their words, good community, they're holding him accountable for his actions. Whereas like, you know, for someone like Dr. Disrespect, when he did what he did, not that it's the same exact thing or anything, but when he did what he did, which is another case of sexual misconduct, impropriety, whatever you want to call it, right? When Doc did what he did, you had a lot of his defenders in chat, right? Just, you know, straight up being like, Doc didn't do anything wrong. We don't have any proof, but even though the proof was so obvious, right? But with Destiny, I haven't seen like almost any of that. With Destiny, I haven't seen like almost anyone defending him from his community, being like, this is a good thing. Like you'll get like one random chatter here or there, but in general, pretty much everyone that I saw was just like absolutely, I mean, I don't even know what the terminology is for it. I mean, I don't think disappointment quite describes what these people are feeling. We got a few posts from him as well from his offline chat. Nick says, Destiny's crashing out. Genuinely never seen this before. His motto is always stream through it. And here we have him saying, I've never done anything maliciously or as any of the fucking insane lab Mr. referring to Mr. Girl, Jew stalker allegations say. That's retarded. My only crime is being too much of a gooner in 2023 and earlier 100% sure. Though again, I can't say anything specifically because everyone wants to come at me in court now, I guess. So seemingly he's acknowledging what's going on here. What GPU did you have in your PC? Did you build it? I did not build my PC. Fuck no. I did not. I'm never ever gonna spend time building a PC. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. Jew Stalker is crazy. Well, that is his YouTube channel name, Jew Stalker. So I mean, he's not really being weird here. What would Destiny have to do for you to forgive him and be friends again? The thing is, it's not about him personally forgiving me. Like it's not like I don't feel like he didn't do anything to me. He didn't do anything to me. It's not about like forgiveness for me. Like the forgiveness is up to Pixie. I just don't want to be around his shit based on what I saw, based on what's happened. It's not like some forgiveness thing. You know what I mean? Like even if he somehow like makes it up to Pixie and they're all cool, like I'm probably not going to want to stream with him again just because it seems like a fucking absolute liability, even on top of the moral reservations. Here he says there's a huge revenge porn angle for sure, but that's from the guy who dumped everything publicly. Anyone saying anything different is actually So here he's saying it's not revenge porn. He's saying it's not malicious, and what he did was basically degenerate gooner behavior rather than malicious. But I mean, I would argue, like, even if it wasn't intended to be malicious, right? Like, you still did something so unbelievably fucking stupid, like, with the consequence. Like, it's like malicious retardation, right? It's like, sure, you didn't think that it was going to get out as a result of sending it to this other person, but, like, you had to have thought that that would be a consequence, right? If Destiny wants 50 Shades lifestyle, he needs to pay the women before he abuses them. Yeah, true. That's true. Here he says, anyway, I dumped all the Israel vids to August, so those can finally get uploaded again. Pepe. Here he says, Pixie and the people behind her just want money, so there's no point in going after the hacker. He's probably some broke loser anyway, so they aren't even mentioning him. So he seems to be saying here that he thinks Pixie just wants money and isn't even hurt by what happened, which I don't think is really true. Even if she does want money, I don't think there's anything wrong with her wanting money, but I don't think that's all that she wants, right? I think there's more to it than that. I don't think it's as simple. Here's my tribute of shekels to you. Thank you very much for the shekels. I appreciate it. If you hit someone drunk driving, it's still your fault. Yeah, I mean, maybe you wouldn't call it murder, but you would at the very least call it, like, I mean, manslaughter, right? Driving under the influence, whatever the fuck. Like, it's like, even if you didn't intend for that to be the case, like, you still got in the car while drunk and killed someone, right? So it's still your fault. It's still a series of actions that you committed that led to the negative consequences happening. It's like such an insane case of, I don't even know, negligence. Potentially not just Pixie, Cherry too, if her allegations are true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Cherry's are true, though. She's provided zero proof, so I have no idea in her specific case. With Pixie, it seems pretty dead to rights, but with Cherry, like, I literally have no idea what's going on there. Anyway, I dumped all the Israel vids to August. No, that's not true. Men are never damaged by any of this stuff. In fact, it's actually super epic and hilarious when vids of guys get leaked or when you tweet out random sexual details like 15-2 to epically own them publicly. Anyway, like I said before, I've definitely made mistakes and fucked up. All I can do is promise to do better and change behavior going forward. I'll figure out and settle what needs to be settled in the background. If it's too much, then leave. If not, then welcome to 2025. So here he's, I mean, basically admitting once again to what he did. He's saying if it's too much for you, leave his community or whatever. If it's not too much, then here we are. Crazy. Very different approach here. Because typically the way that he behaves in these situations, keep in mind, I've watched a lot of Destiny. Typically the way that he behaves is he drops like a fucking giant manifesto, right? Absolutely massive manifesto on someone. Hacked is a classic excuse. Okay, Lauren C., with all due respect, I don't think you understand what the term hacking is referring to here. So I don't think you understand what's going on. Whoa. No, Pixie might want money, but that's ignoring the other purpose, hitting Destiny, where he'll definitely care about. I mean, yeah, in her words, it's like the money will possibly cause some kind of punitive action towards him, right? Here he says, the naturalized citizen one is pretty sweatsy, but I haven't read what any legal scholars saying about it. It's a little spooky that this, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Someone recommended he needs sex therapy. He said, lol W, like I said, if I need sex therapy, then so do 100 other streamers. The reality is, ever since I've started my Vivance, my desire for any types of these situations has fallen off a cliff. That's why all this shit is pre-2024. It's like, wow, dude, 2023, so fucking long ago. It's like 2 years, not even 2 years ago, like a year and a month. It's like, oh my God, it was 2023, guys. It was 2023, pre-2024, dude. Come on. Who are these other streamers he's talking about here, by the way? Who are these other streamers? Who are the 100 streamers? Who are they? Who are the 100 other streamers that have been leaking people's dues at the time? You? Yeah, it's me. True. Harry said, I don't care. People can describe things however they want, like we did in 2024. My only real area of interest is politics and stuff going forward. I've been out of the drama and interpersonal game for a long time. They can all do that on Jew Stalker streams. So that's what's going on there. Let's see here. He says, in fact, it's actually super hilarious. Blah, blah, blah. We read that one. So that's what's going on there. We also have a Dexerto article writing about the police report that Cherry apparently filed, saying a police report's been filed against Destiny by a fellow streamer who claims he shared an intimate recording of her without consent. So that's sort of the Cherry side of things. I see if I can find her Twitter, actually, because she tweeted about this more explicitly in more detail. Yeah, here we go. So the initial claim from Pixie, which seems to be the case, is that he sent a video without Pixie's consent. The claim from Cherry is that there was a recording without her consent. Hassan now has perma armor against his haters. Of course he does. Hassan fucking won. Hassan literally won. Like, Hassan is jumping up and down. Hassan is throwing a party, popping a bottle of champagne. Hassan is vindicated. He's going to be absolutely, and the thing is, he's not even really vindicated. Like, he didn't know this shit, right? Hassan is still just as retarded as he always was, but like, he will always have this against Destiny now. Like, any call out Destiny has on him will always be disregarded because Destiny is a freak of the highest order, right? Destiny has blocked me and banned me and people supporting me from his community. I've not done anything besides ask him for an explanation, as I was assured this is something he didn't do to me. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I'm not involved in any lawsuit or coordinating one with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November, though they have had my empathy and support in their efforts. It is only yesterday I became aware that Destiny recorded me while we had sex without my consent, and with no regard for me, also shared that recording to others. 2 women have now let me know they have received recordings taken of me in September 2023 without my consent. I thank them so much for their concern for me. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me. I'll be filing a police report and pressing charges. So that's what she's saying. I don't know if that's true. We have no proof for what she said. I know she filed a police report, but just because you file a police report doesn't mean you're telling the truth. And on top of that, like, police report it's not evidence of a crime. It just means someone's trying to report a crime. So I don't know if this one's true at all. But the, Pixie thing at the very least does seem to be pretty accurate. I would say that much. We know that much. So that's the situation with that particular allegation. But we'll get back into what Ethan had to say.
So
with his fans.
And I think there's always a certain amount of fans that will come back no matter what the fuck you've done.
Right. That's true.
I would imagine the only fans that are going to be able to come back in the situation are people who don't know about any of his personal stuff. Like, I assume that's that's it.
So the first thing that happened, he has this friend, Pixie, who is a girl.
Ooh.
I don't know much about who these people are. I've seen her, but they're friends. I've seen them in videos a lot together.
Should we talk about that news article Dan pulled up? What news article? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're referencing there. Bro, what is your schedule? It was really good until today. I have to stay up late for an unspecified reason. But yeah, I'm not going to be streaming all night, to be clear. I'm doing a short stream, 2 hours in and out. But yeah, I don't know what the thing is that Dan pulled up. What are you talking about with Dan? Did Dan do a stream recently about this? Dan can't stream. I have not seen anything from him. I don't know where I would find that.
And they apparently have a amorous past. And he has a
kick. Anything else? Looks like he's live right now, I think. Did he say anything about it? Well, can I even rewind? I don't think I can even rewind. Can I even rewind on it? 3 hours ago? I can. Okay. Well, we'll see what's going on here. What is this fucking meme, dude?
Wow. Wait, hold on. All right, good. I had to use a really shitty fucking intro video that never made the cut because it's all that I have here on this fucking...
I asked Dan on Kick like an hour ago about if Cherry's claims hold water. Would he cut ties? He said no. Really? Did he really say that? Interesting.
Whoa, shit! On this shitty laptop. That's it. Yeah, you got a blue line. Looks like fucking garbage.
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe it unless I see it.
It is what it is. Sorry. Yeah, I don't even know how to make this blue line
Tom, I got hacked. Our vids got leaked. I'm sorry. That's okay, buddy.
go away. That's just, we're just gonna have to deal with it. That's it. So, you know what? I'm keeping the blue line. I don't give a shit. Okay. So, anyways, how you guys all doing? Listen, I've been staying a little bit busy here in Australia. Has anything happened? I've been gone for a few days. I left. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know. Everyone's been messaging me saying, "Hey, what's up with Steve? That's weird. Is like Steve something happening?" Because I thought we were pushing off the anything else episode until I got back. But maybe there's something that I like forgot about or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure.
Good memes, dude. Good memes. Yeah, I don't know if Dan actually said what you're saying he said. I think Dan's sleeping a little bit. Is he? I don't know that. When I had a convo with him on a stream, he seemed to be, I don't know, not crazy about it. I saw a bunch of people saying he cut ties officially. I didn't see that, but I also haven't seen him defending him or anything.
A penchant for filming himself doing sexual acts with people, which is already a pretty big red flag, guys.
You'll find a timestamp? Okay, let me know. Confirmation bias.
Let's not do that. I mean,
Definitely not.
you can. There's nothing wrong with filming yourselves, okay? If that's what y'all want to do. But let's just be.
Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know it's okay. We'll be continuing doing that, I guess. And I'll be sending it to Ethan.
Careful. Let's not do what Destiny did, which is apparently sending the video without the
He pretty much said, I'm staying, and if you leave, then fuck you. No way.
permission of the recipient to other people to jerk off to it with him. I presume that's the...
I think it was said that it was to try and impress another party.
So it was like apparently a 19-year-old girl.
This is part of the part. I haven't really gotten into the minutia of this. We've mostly been staying just on like the allegations themselves, but why are you sending a video of you having sexual interactions with one person to another person to impress them? I feel like if a girl sent me a video of herself with a guy, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. Why are you sending me that? Like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know that. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to see that, you know? I don't want to be around that.
Sending these two.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Which seems like extraordinarily careless. Of course, this is going to come out. Now, apparently this came out because of a hacker got a hold of this girl's data.
No, Destiny's data.
I thought it got it from him? I thought it got it from this girl.
My understanding is that the 19-year-old got hacked.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, the
and
19-year-old
that way
got
it got
hacked.
leaked.
She had
We did that in high school to prove we had experience. Hey, I'm in high school. I just got fucked, everyone. What's up, guy? Like, what? Why? Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Dude, it's kind of hot. No, it's not. Why do you want to see the girl you're trying to get fucked by another guy? Why do you want to see that? Why? That sounds bad. I mean, that's just like real-time cucking.
this all on her hard drive.
Right.
Destiny Center. The hacker got in and got all this shit. Now, actually, if you can believe it, the next part is even worse. This girl Pixie said, I realized that Destiny's been sharing this content without my permission, so I'm going to be suing him. Okay. Then another girl came out yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. What's her name? Gosh, I
Two
don't
more
know.
girls.
Oh, so I'm not even aware of if there's a third girl. So the second girl came out. Here, let me just go to the info here.
And in my opinion, once there's two, there's
I kind of got the feeling from Ethan's recent stuff that I don't think he was communicating with Destiny at all. He was probably kind of nervous too, given what happened with Hassan. But I feel like if there was ever going to be an Ethan and Destiny bridge, it was going to be in the last few months here. But it doesn't seem like that's ever going to happen now. You guys just all admitted you were cucks? Yes, they did. That's true. Hey, Tom, which channel do I join? This is the only one you can join. You can't join any other channel. I've turned off memberships on the other channel. So this is the only one you can join. Dude, Zoomers film everything is going to be their lasting legacy. I mean, the problem isn't necessarily just the filming, right? The filming is like whatever. Like, I don't know. If you're going to do that with your partner, with some person you're with, you want to have intimate, I don't know. It's probably unwise, but like, whatever. But like, to send it around to different people is just like, what is going on? Like, what is actually going on? I know my mic is too low, apparently. I don't give a
more, in my
Well,
opinion.
these are people that like are internet personalities
Yeah.
that he knows, that we know he's had relationships with. So it's like there's not even really any room for doubt.
Right.
Also, Pixie showed screenshots of him being like, I'm so sorry, if there's anything I can do, you know, if I can pay you to.
Oh, Destiny?
Yeah.
Said that? Oh, wow. That's deeming.
He said stuff like, you know, I don't know if it helps, but yeah, here he is offering to pay some of her bills. He says, this feels super lame, and I don't at all want to imply that somehow just giving you money helps anything go away or fixes everything for you. But if you have any bills or owe money or anything, or have financial stuff I can help with, I can at the very least chip in and help with any of that. So it's at least.
And I feel like from the leaked DMs, this is probably one of the strongest ones that shows that he apparently did it, right? Like, this is one of the stronger ones. I wasn't even like, to be honest, I was kind of coping about it when I first saw this. I was like, well, maybe it's about something else. Maybe it's out of context. I don't fucking know. And then once like I was like going through all of it and I had all the DMs, I was like, all right, it's fucking over. And then especially once I talked to Erudite, and Erudite was like, he totally did it. I was like, okay, dude, it's over. It's fucking over. We already know the Pixie part is true. Well, yeah, I know. But it's just like, I don't know. Part of me still thinks like maybe he'll pull a rabbit out of a hat or something. Maybe there will be like some epic reveal at the end of the tunnel. And he'll have some kind of epic defense or something. I don't know. It doesn't seem likely, but I don't know. Some little part of me is thinking like maybe somehow he'll come out of it on the other side and be okay. Tom, people say the Erudite interview is really bad on her part. What do you think? I mean, I think that the thing she wanted to clear up, she did clear up. The thing she wanted to clear up, seemingly, was this idea that she was like trying to cover for Destiny and like prevent it from going public. Yes, I have seen his newest tweet. We went over that. It seems to me like, you know, she was trying to clear up the idea that she was trying to prevent it from going public or cover for him, and I think she did clear that up. But I don't think she cleared up the fact that she's still working with him, right? She's still working with him. They're still doing content together, seemingly. Based on everything I've seen from her. I mean, she did put out that response on Twitter where she said if the cherry stuff is true, she'll be done, right? Which is what she said in my thing as well. She put out a statement. She said, I only ever looked into the leaks and reached out to Pixie because I was concerned for her well-being. After I spoke with Pixie in person, she made clear her desire for me to bridge the gap between her and Steven and her desire for as little attention on the leaks or anything identifying her as possible. One, both my involvement in the silence were Pixie's request. My greatest concern this whole time has been her well-being. Here are the logs, and we already looked at all the logs. I've not been interested in shutting down conversation about this topic, only mentions that narrow the question of who it could have been leaked, again at Pixie's request. In the FQ message, I explicitly tell her to leave her comment up just to remove that part about mutual friends because this further increased the likelihood of people knowing it was Pixie or going through the trouble to verify the mutual friend in question. If I just wanted to remove the comment, I would have done so. I would not have reached out to FQ. Upon learning of the leaks and Pixie's potential involvement, I investigated privately, contacting Aaron. I then spoke to Pixie and Steven in person separately. I never defended, supported, or minimized Steven's sharing of Pixie's intimate images. Most of my conversations with Steven about this topic were in person and confrontational. I fought with him and advocated for reconnecting with Pixie. My mediation for Pixie ended when she opted to reach out to Steven directly because I felt unable to navigate her monetary requests. I viewed him as genuinely remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done, which is why I remained in business partnership with him. I'm very disappointed and angry with him that he opted not to reconnect with Pixie. I learned of the allegations Cherry made yesterday. I support her and Pixie's decision in the lawsuits and charges. I've paused Bridges releases, canceled guests, and will evaluate business relations as I learn more. I asked Steven for information, but he's uncomfortable sharing due to his legal involvement. But before we go any further, a message from me. If you like these videos and you want to see more of them, then become a member on the channel. For just $5 a month, you get access to the full stream VODs after they're live, so you can enjoy extra content from the live streams and watch them all in one go, rather than having to wait for them to be clipped and put on the channel. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. Back to the video. So Cherry's alleging he recorded her without consent. Haven't really heard what that is yet. Yeah, that's what she said. Cherry's saying that he recorded her without consent. But I don't know if that's true, the Cherry thing, because she had no proof, right? Pixie had proof with the DMs and all that stuff, and, you know, it seemed to be very sort of, from stuff Destiny said, basically confirmed it, right? Erudite confirmed it as well. As far as Pixie, or sorry, as far as Cherry, we just don't know how true that one is, right? We just don't know how real that one is.
At least one less thing you have to worry about or stress over while you're worrying about getting through this. Now, I had heard this leak happened, and I thought it was just...
Am I the only person that thinks all this shit is overblown like crazy? Like, it's shitty, but people acting like Destiny assaulted Pixie or something? I don't think it's overblown. I mean, obviously, it's a huge violation of trust to do what he did. I mean, on top of that, this is also... You got to keep in mind, like, Destiny is not Fresh and Fit. Like, if Fresh and Fit had done this, I doubt they'd be in any shit. I don't think anyone would care. Right? They'd be like, that girl deserved it. But Destiny's built a community where he's advocated for positions that are, like, definitely against what he just did, right? Like, he would be tearing someone a new asshole if it was anyone else. If Hassan did this, he would be, oh my God, he'd be fucking jumping up and down on the grave of his career. So, I mean, like, part of it is, like, I'm not saying the hypocrisy is the worst part. The worst part is what he did. But, you know, people are also going to be hitting on the fact that he is hypocritical.
Memes and stuff, because apparently there was like a picture or video of him like sucking a dude off.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone thought that was funny, whatever. And then apparently there was also like a video of him that was leaked with like his ex-wife and this girl Pixie. I didn't know how graphic or what was in it, but I didn't know behind the scenes there was apparently...
Does Fresh and Fit advocate for this behavior based on what you just said? I don't think Fresh and Fit does. I heard Fresh and Fit was defending Destiny, funnily enough, or at least one of them that's still left. I think Fit is the one that's left, but I wouldn't say that they necessarily advocate for it. But what I am saying is, like, Destiny's in a very, like, pro-feminism, pro-woman community, advocates for whatever the fuck, right? Marginalized communities. Obviously, that kind of community is going to be more sensitive to this kind of thing happening. 144 on Kick? Okay.
If Cherry's accusation holds water, will you cut ties? No, because there's things that happened years ago. He knows he fucked up. If those things are true, I assume they are. And I don't believe he's that person anymore. I don't think he's going to make that again. And he's going to pay the fucking iron price for whatever it is.
I'm pretty surprised by that, to be honest. He's a changed guy. It was 3 years ago. Okay, dude, I don't even know. He's also built a personality around the fact he's a weird, boundary-pushing, horny guy. I wouldn't say boundary-pushing. Weird and horny, sure. In my opinion, if you're consenting to being videoed, doing a sex act with that person, you're signing away the rights to that. I completely disagree. I think if somebody tells you that they're not going to send that video around, you have no reason to believe they're going to necessarily send it around. I totally do not buy into that. That's retarded. No. If you consent to filming with one person and you guys have an agreement and then they betray that trust by sending it to someone else, like, obviously that's going to be like, you lied to them, you broke their trust. And like, the ultimate thing about it is, like, it's not like a thing that you can just get away from instantly, right? Because the nudes ended up getting leaked in the end. Like, it's a price that Pixie has to pay forever. Beware, the crazy toucher is here based.
An insane amount of stuff brewing that was happening. So there's that. And then this one really was like, for me, let me just pull it up. Let me make sure this is the one I'm talking about. Wait, so this is his, hold on. This isn't an accuser. This is this is his friend, Erudite. Right? This girl isn't an accuser. I think there's just one more accuser. My statement with the info so far, my opinion will update as information is available. Yeah,
Destiny's always acting like the morality police. That's the problem. We always knew he was a sexual degen, but he always shrouds himself in feminism. I don't think that's the problem, to be honest. I think the problem is what he did. Right? What he did is bad enough that I don't think the context matters. Obviously, like, the fucking backlash will depend on, like, the community around him partially, but I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is unconsensually sharing a sex tape of someone. That is the true problem.
she's not.
Okay, maybe there's some confusion there because Pixie said she knows that there's at least 3 other.
As far as there's only been one other person that's come out, and that one is extraordinarily terrible. But this one is his friend. I think she was in. I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm not 100% sure, but she's just expressing her opinion on the situation as someone that was close to it. Now so the next person who came out was Charlie. And here's her statement, which kind of left my jaw on the floor a little bit. So she says, Destiny has blocked me and banned me, and people supporting me from his community. I've not done anything besides ask him for an explanation, as I was assured this is something he didn't do to me. This didn't do to me being sharing videos of them with other people. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I am not involved in any lawsuit or coordination with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November, though they have had my empathy and support in their efforts. It is only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent.
That is so.
That to me is like
insane.
the worst. That's like a go to jail type of crime.
And then sharing it on top of that.
This is what I'm saying. It's like people are like, the hypocrisy is the worst part. And it's like, I mean, I guess, but like, is that really the worst part? It's like, you know, it's like that Bill Burr clip, or not Bill Burr, sorry. It's like the fucking Norm Macdonald clip when he's talking to Jerry Seinfeld, right? And I think Norm Macdonald is referencing a conversation he had with another comedian, I think Patton Oswalt, where they were talking about Bill Cosby being a rapist, right? And they were like, you know, the worst part is that he advocated against rape in his comedy, and then he ended up doing it. And then Norm was like, well, I think the worst part was the rape. And it's like, what do you mean? And it's like, well, you know, typically most people aren't going out and being like, I love rape and I just fucking love it. It's just so good, right? Like, most people aren't doing that. Like, the hypocrisy is implicit, right? It's like most people aren't going out and saying, like, I love doing revenge porn, right? Is the worst part the hypocrisy or the part that he did it? I would say the worst part is that he did it, probably.
It's
Distribution.
Filming without consent is like
Freak.
it's a terrible crime. It's just a terrible crime.
yeah.
So yeah, that part blew my mind. And with no regard for me, also shared that recording to others. 2 women have now let me know that they have seen the recording taken of me in September without my consent. I thank them for their concern. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me.
What if he was consistent? I mean, I guess he would get less backlash from his own fan base, but I think people still wouldn't like it. I don't think people would like support it. You know what I mean? I don't think people would be in favor of that kind of thing.
I'll be filing a police report and pressing charges.
Good for you.
Now, obviously, Destiny hasn't. We put out one statement, didn't really say anything. It's not even worth reading. But I'm assuming he's going to have something to say about this new statement. So he hasn't said anything about it yet. But from what I can tell, there's really no space for questioning or I don't know. I can't imagine what Destiny could bring that would make this any better. Besides like a fucking recorded phone call of him being like, yes, you can film me and share it with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not going to happen. So I don't know, man. This is fucking terrible. And of course, Hassan is doing a victory lap because his arch nemesis took the fat.
Hassan is having a good day. Hassan is having an excellent day, dude. It's an audio recording, though. Cherry seems disingenuous. Okay, first of all, whether it's an audio recording or a video recording, is still, if you're recording audio or video of someone against their consent while having sex with them, that's pretty shitty. Okay, that's pretty fucking horrible. Sending it around is still pretty fucking horrible. Okay, that's not a very good thing to do. And like, Cherry seems disingenuous. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe Cherry has a history of lying. I really don't know enough about Cherry. The only thing I know about Cherry is that one time she made some tweet complaining about how when she was with Destiny, she didn't come enough or something, and he came many more times. And I think I responded, and I was like, skibbity, and then I got blocked. That was like a year ago, I want to say. But that's the only thing I really know about her. So what she's saying now very well could be true. It could be. But I think that's my only interaction with Cherry ever.
Fucking L, and L being the law, breaking the law, and being lawsuited.
He's so dumb, dude. Because all these girls gonna try to sue him, and like it seems like they have good fucking.
To be clear, I'm pretty sure that Pixie's the only one that's suing him. Cherry, meanwhile, she filed a police report, but I don't really know if that's going to go anywhere. But she did file a police report. But Pixie's the only one that's suing him. She raised money for it. I don't know what the legal perspective on it is. I assume that what he did is illegal in some capacity, but I don't know how illegal it is. I mean, even beyond that, I mean, she's taking him to court civilly rather than, it's not criminal court. It's for civil punishment. So she's seeking like emotional and reputational harm compensation. So I don't know how much money she's going to be able to get out of that, but I mean, Godspeed, I guess.
Fucking evidence too.
Yo, forget being sued. That's a fucking serious.
He wants to sue Kiwi Farms too. Good luck, dipshit. I mean, I don't know if he does. That's what that tweet from Straighterade said, or was it a tweet? It was like a Discord DM that Cherry tweeted out. She seemed to be implying that there was some desire from him to sue Kiwi Farms. I assume for hosting the material. That's why, but I don't really know.
Serious crime.
Yeah. Oh, that true. It'll be a criminal
Police
thing
report.
too.
I think that's probably a foregone conclusion. If Cherry is proven false and any others that come out will just kill the situation, will this muddy the waters for Pixie's case? I mean, maybe in the public eye it could, but I don't think it would. Like, let's say Cherry gets proven wrong. Pixie could still be right and have all the evidence on her side legally and still win, right?
I'd be way more worried about the police.
Yeah.
Fucking civil court is just money.
Yeah.
He could go to jail.
I hope he does. Damn.
Crazy, dude. Ay, ay, ay. It's just endlessly remarkable to me that this keeps happening, Like, what did you think, bro? You're sending it to a random 19-year-old? Like, the chance that gets leaked is pretty high. If you're sending it out that willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, whether or not it was malicious is like just the levels of like negligent gooner behavior. Like you had to have thought that like it could get leaked, right? Like whether or not that person gets hacked or whatever, or all of it gets leaked, all the different news that got leaked get leaked, right? With all the various people, whether or not it all gets leaked, like you have to think that if you're sending it to some person you don't really know, it could get leaked. And even beyond that, like even if let's say there was no chance that it would get leaked to the public based on sending it to that person, they were totally trustworthy, right? It's like it's still wrong. That doesn't negate the wrongness of it. Like you still are sending it without Pixie's consent.
Did you not expect this to happen? What the fuck are you doing, man? Are you that horny? Like, are you that horny? Is your brain that fucked up when you start jerking off? That
I think it is, actually. I think his brain is that fucked up.
Like,
He's just like blindly fucking gooning.
dude, the
crazy.
gooning is ungoonable.
Criminal.
Wonder how many people he sent recordings to? I don't know. I mean, we only know about one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was multiple. Probably one of those things are you don't just do it once. It's typically a pattern of behavior, right?
That I've never been gooned before.
This has to be like a record, yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I was reading it more. So there wasn't a second accuser. His previous allegations were brought up of his
I thought Destiny said it was Rose's ex who did it. Who the fuck is Rose?
ex-wife, confirming revenge porn rumors that were done to her without her consent, she said.
Wow.
Oh, is that the Discord e-kitten? Did he say that? I never saw that stated anywhere. Rose is a 19-year-old. Did he say that? I haven't seen him say that anywhere. So did the e-kitten get hacked or did they post it? I guess that's the question, but I mean, we just don't know. Or at least I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care to know.
That's what it was.
Yay, man.
This situation reads to me like a guy who's gotten away with being a predator for a really long time, and now everything is catching up to him. And I hope that if more people come out, they feel empowered too.
I mean, there's
Scary to
already
see.
enough,
Right? I hope there aren't more.
Yeah.
I hope everyone
I
feels
hope
supported.
so too, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the times when shit like this comes out, you just go, how the do you think you would come away with this? But it's like with power, with like doing
But even all the
slight-
power and
Continuous
coercion in
success.
the world.
creep a little bit every time. Yeah. It
Even
just-
with all the power and coercion in the world, it's like you can't keep a fucking random 19-year-old from getting hacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that hate Destiny,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
I did see a few other pieces of memes here. We had this guy said, "Don't be a Destiny, follow the hat, it will be your guide." With this beautiful piece of artwork here with the Stop Gooning hat. Nice to see that permeating the culture a little bit. And then we also saw this guy. I don't know a lot about this guy. I think he's some kind of Twitter troll, I assume. But like, he says, "Dear the Omni Liberal, I've just cleared my entire schedule for February. Ready to fly into Miami to do bridges anytime you need." It's just like, this guy said, "Drew, have you been offline for the past couple of days?" He said, "What happened?" This guy says, "Destiny's getting sued for sharing a sex tape of him and Pixie to a third person, which third person leaked or was hacked and then it got leaked. Podcasts and Destiny YouTube channels are frozen at this point." And then Drew says, "The same Destiny? You mean Steven?" This guy just shows this picture. Destiny, the liberal consent expert. This guy just says, "I think his schedule might actually be free too." I mean, this guy is just he's hitting on Twitter. He just keeps, he's been going too. He keeps going. If you go through this guy's timeline, he said, "I believe that me and my favorite streamer Destiny are just getting started." Is this Nelson Mandela? Is that who this is? "Destiny and Drew Pavlou carry on my struggle after I die. Yes, Madiba, father of the nation." With a picture of him and a picture of Destiny. So you got that. Here he said, "Either we rise together or we die together." With a picture of Malcolm X, a picture of Destiny, and a picture of him. So there you go. And then he said, "Okay, I just realized that Malcolm X says some seriously fucked up stuff. I disavow." This guy just keeps going. He just fucking keeps going, dude. This guy just must be like a completely degenerate troll, right? I assume. I don't know if that's his entire timeline, but with the Destiny shit, it's like, oh my god, bro. He's hitting. He's absolutely hitting in a way that perhaps few people have been hitting before. Just Elk has DMs with Destiny where Destiny says it was 100% her boyfriend who leaked it. Oh, okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I haven't seen that. I haven't been keeping up with all the little details here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of the Destiny-verse going on that I just don't desire to be involved in. Love ending the 12-hour shift with some drama that doesn't affect my life whatsoever. You know what? I do too. What's your sleep schedule right now? It's been good. I've been waking up at 8. I'm waking up at 8, which is not bad. I'm not going to be streaming all night. I'm going to be streaming for another hour and then get off. Bedtime. Tom, you said only people will keep watching if they don't know, but I'll probably keep watching for his political insight because other political people suck. A lot of people are stuck in the same position. Yeah, I mean, that's your prerogative. If you want to keep watching him, I mean, that's totally up to you. You know, I can't really stop you from doing that, you know. People, you know, have the capability of watching people who are horrible people or do horrible things. You know, that's up to you. I listen to musicians that I think are bad people, but I think it's still important that this stuff is out there to the best of its ability. All right, with that being said, now that we've got, you know, the sort of Steve updates out of the way.
Bitch, I'm calm dark, but my dick is quite light. And this girl that's on my dick, she is not quite right. She's black. You can twist it up and play with it. Whoa. Make a motherfucking movie, Michael Bay with it. Whoa. Gonna promise you not dealing with a baby dick. No. There's a big white cop in your radius.